Hey, we have more people coming.
Wow.
Yeah, the door just opened. We're live on Facebook. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. You can see I have a wonderful guest here. Really good friend of mine. He's been a friend for, I'm going to guess, 4 years?
At least.
Maybe 4
More
years.
like 6.
Another person, Ken MacArthur, I know you're watching, another friend that I have because of you, my friend. Thank you so much for making those introductions for us and so many other. Ken MacArthur is the king of internet marketing, isn't he? He's the king of connecting.
Connecting. He's a great connector and a great guy.
Absolutely. So I brought you here today because, well, you can see on the screen, it's almost New Year's.
It is almost New Year's.
It's just the day before the new year kicks in, and I'm really excited about it. I'm looking forward to 2017 like I've never looked forward to any year before.
Well, I'm kind of looking forward to getting rid of 2016.
Exactly.
It's like a bad virus that just wouldn't go away. So finally, at least the calendar will tick over, and I'll have no choice but to write 2017 on everything. So maybe that energy will just shift along with it.
So what I want to know from you, we are, a lot of people, I've been talking to a lot of business owners over the past few months, and everybody's feeling the same way.
Yeah.
Get rid of 2016, put a knife in it, I want it dead, let's bury this thing. Yeah. It's been a bad year for a lot of folks. So I'm excited, and I know you are a little bit excited too, and I'd like to know personally what your thoughts are about 2017. What should we be looking for? What should we really be focused on to make us excited too?
That's a good question. I talk about, for me personally, I'll talk about what's exciting for me, because I don't like to broadly generalize what should be exciting for other people. But to me, this is the analogy I'll use is the trapeze. Right now, I feel like I'm in the midst of letting go of one trapeze, the thing I've been swinging on now for over 38 years. I just celebrated my 38th anniversary in business.
Folks, he's not that old.
I know. I started when I was 8. No, not true.
You could have, though. You look
but I could have. Thank you. But here's the truth of the matter. If you're in business for yourself, or you want to be in business for yourself, or you're thinking about going into business for yourself, or you've been in business for yourself like I have for 38 years, the one thing I've learned over the years is that change is an ever-ending process, and that there's no actual predictor of living to 100. There's no characteristic that people can point to and say that if you have this, you'll live to 100. But the single most viable connecting characteristic is adaptability. And I think of all the things that will happen this year for 2017, I think the key is adaptability. It's the creative response to change and being responsive to change, not reactive to change.
Right.
And the difference is night and day. And when you're responsive to change, you're proactive, as opposed to being reactive to change, which is now the change is happening and you find yourself backpedaling, sort of on the defensive. That's how I kind of felt in 2016.
Well, the backpedaling really is about, I want to get back to feeling my foundation. I want to feel solid again in the face of change, which is very unsettling for a lot of folks. So you understand why they're doing that.
Well, I do, and I'm going through it like everybody else. If we're in a world of social media where everything we look at tends to be, we accentuate the positive. So everybody posts positive things, but in that rare moment where people are actually being truly authentic, as opposed to inauthentically authentic, then all of a sudden that you observe that the change is unusual, that I've observed.
Right.
To me, the change is tectonic. It's literally like the plates of the earth are shifting. Metaphorically, not so much, hopefully not literally, but metaphorically, the plates are shifting. And they're shifting under my feet, too. And so no matter who you are, no matter how successful...
We're all part of the same community.
Absolutely. And so to me, adapting to this new reality, the new world, the new game, as I've been talking about for 25 years now. And so I have a new game. And I've been really in this transitional mode over the past year of how do I let go of the trapeze that I've been swinging on all these years, that I'm known for, that I know, that I'm comfortable with, that I'm certain about, that I'm really good and I've mastered. And now I reach out and I have to grab that next trapeze. And for that moment, in between swinging on that old one and grabbing that new one, you're out in the middle of nowhere with no net below you. And you have to have an immense amount of faith. And that's the thing that I've been working on storing up this past year, is the faith to let go of the trapeze of what I've been swinging on, and grab that next trapeze, which is going to take me to soar me higher and into a whole new stratosphere, a whole new realm of possibility.
Nice.
And so to me, that's sort of the metaphor for me transitioning from this year, a very difficult year for me, personal loss and family loss, and I lost my sister, I lost my sister-in-law, I lost my brother, a brother-in-law, and two very close friends. My business partner and I, after years of working together, we went on to separate projects. So it's been a year of tremendous loss, but in that loss, you really find out
there's a lot of growth
your
in that
strength,
too. Yeah,
yes, and your character, and thank goodness, every day you get up, you have a chance to recreate yourself, you have a chance to recreate your life. So I'm very optimistic. I'm an optimist by nature, but I'm very optimistic, and a big part of that optimism is I sense a lot of people are going through this similar transition, and they can relate to that.
So tell them directly what they should be focused on, because this is really good for you. This is really where sort of your life path. But how can that translate to help those people who are watching today?
Well, I guess the way I can describe this is for me personally, and it was a decision I actually made 20 years ago. And it's funny how things sometimes take decades to germinate and to come to fruition. 20 years ago, I made a decision that never would I have thought that a decision that I made 20 years ago would come back 20 years later to be the ethos of my life, the central driving motivation and force behind my life going forward. And for whatever amount of grains of sand I have left in the hourglass, which are a lot less than they were 20 years ago.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, well, I'm very optimistic that it's a very full hourglass.
That's right.
But still, the reality is that, you look ahead.
You can get more sand at Home Depot,
That's true. I don't know if I can stuff it into the hourglass. It's kind of closed and contained. But here's, for me, and this is what really is the driving force for me. 20 years ago, I made a decision to walk away from a speaking career to raise my son as a full-time stay-at-home dad.
And apparently you did a great job.
Well, not if you ask him, but no, that's not true.
He's a good kid, Adam.
We have a great relationship.
Sure.
But here's the thing: is that I had a very big goal, and I was living out of goal. I was starting my life with goal, and so all of a sudden now I had a conflict between my goal, which was to continue to be a speaker, be on the road, working with people. I was really at the height of my game, and my soul. And my soul was calling me home. My soul was saying, if you don't spend the next 10 years at home, you're going to miss the most important time of your son's life. Right. And so my role was stuck in the middle. And it was like, okay, what do I do now? And so does my role obey my goal, in which case I would get back on the road and I would miss those 10 years, or does my role serve my soul? And my soul was saying, go home. And so I did something that I didn't know at the time was going to be essentially the model by which I live my life. And now all of a sudden it's become more than that. And that is I did my soul setting and my role setting, and then I did my goal setting. And that flew in the face of everything that I had been taught I read Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich in 1977, and it was all about goal, goal, and more goal. And all the gurus and all the mentors I had was all about goal setting and goal getting and goal achievement. And I had this conflict and I didn't know how to resolve it. And I realized the only way I could resolve it was to actually create a new model for myself. And so that's really the model by which I'm coming out with a whole new program called the Soul Role Goal of Success. I spoke at Harvard last year on this.
Here's one of your goals for 2017 then.
This is one of my goals. More goal, less soul. I had plenty of soul in 2016. Now I'm looking for more goal. So and the reason is because as you get older, you don't have the same worldview at 40, at 50, at 60. And what I realize is that no matter I can't take my goals with me. All right. But I'm going to leave a piece of my soul with everybody I meet. And so there's no goal big enough that could fill a hole in your soul. And I see a lot of people walking around, people I'm talking to, people I'm working with, people I meet. They feel like there's this hole in their soul and they don't know how to fill it. And we're trying to fill it with more goal. And there's no goal big enough that can fill a hole in your soul. And that's what I'm seeing.
We're trying to fill it with more Facebook these days.
Well, that could be. Yeah. And here we are, Facebook Live. So
okay, we don't poo-poo our streaming service here.
Let's not bite the hand that feeds us, as they say. So really the essence of the work now is to take that model of soul, role, and goal and bring it to business, bring it to industry, bring it to government, bring it to education, bring it to medicine. All right, but more importantly is it's working from the inside out. I like to say that our upside is not outside, our upside is inside. And if we really begin to understand the depth of our humanity, then we can overcome the vanity and insanity that is about to destroy humanity. So that's my mantra for 2017. Humanity above vanity and insanity, and I'm starting with me.
Okay.
So that's my story. I'm sticking to it at least through January 1st.
Let them know where they can find out more about you because they want to know more. They're intrigued.
Okay, well, my main site is mitchaxelrod.com. And you can also go to Soul Roll Gold, that's ROLE for rollgold.com. And very soon we'll be having an introduction to a new program that we're launching in January. So very excited about all that. Thank you, my friend.
This was fun. I appreciate you stopping by. And
always good to be
We're
with
not
you.
done yet. We're going to actually go out and have dinner together with all my friends here. I'm just so excited about that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And Happy New Year.
I have my confetti shirt on. I know there was not going to be confetti, so I wore my confetti shirt.
Good for you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you.